Some Aspects of Posthumous Life by Edward Clarence Farnsworth. This piece is from The Deeper Mysteries, published 1921. Because there is an aspect of time proper to each planetary and each solar plane, evidently to the dwellers on each there should be a rational order of events. Since for posthumous man this seldom is true, let us now discover something of the cause. Students and investigators of the occult are aware that for our globe chain the physical is the plane of happenings, while the planes beyond are those of assimilation largely. Evidently almost all posthumous happenings have their equivalents in the earth life just preceding. The mind of perfected man may be compared to a flawless sphere, encircling which one would encounter neither depressions nor protuberances. When functioning upon any inner plane, such a mind, and only such, offers no obstacles to the order of events proper to that plane, and, as result, this mind would be in harmony with the idea of time proper to that plane. Our statement gives rise to a query which it were well to answer before proceeding: what of the fact that, when functioning on the physical plane, the most ordinary mind is aware of the current of events? The answer is that the physical plane is that of karmic action, and, because the methodical procedure of karma so requires, the rational order of terrestrial events is imposed upon all physical life. This results through the atomic principle, the spiritual will, that unseen ruler of man and all below him. Because in all but rare instances, the mind of man is comparable to a most irregular sphere, one of numerous depressions and protuberances, it follows that in the flow of posthumous happenings over that mind, some sink almost unnoticed, while others collide with obstacles which impede their progress, with the result that the event is repeated perhaps many times, thus greatly disturbing the sequence of events, and therefore the idea of time proper to the plane. Nevertheless, there is a compensation in this recurrence, since because of it, often a needed lesson can be impressed on the lower principles during the next incarnation. On the posthumous planes, certain events are often joined because of their inner similarity, thus a deed of youth may be coupled with one of middle or later life. In this union, posthumous man is permitted a hint touching buddhic time, and the events therein. On the buddhic plane, all deeds interiorly alike are seen to be one. When, on the lower posthumous planes, disagreeable and even painful events are thus united, the hint nevertheless exists. In larger way, interiorly related events proper to several incarnations often are joined during an earthly life. The resulting hint is for the benefit of the ego that, in some more advanced incarnation, will impress this hint upon the lower personality. The earthly blending of certain experiences proper to several incarnations reveals that, beneath seeming conformity, the order of events on the physical plane is subordinate to any special requirement of karmic law. From the above teaching it appears that, on the ascending planes of our planet, one exists where the climber reaches adequate understanding of its order of events, and the nature of the time in which they occur. The place is that of the higher manas, from whose lofty vantage the illuminated mind looks around and beneath with a depth of understanding unknown to certain beings who, on their planets, have never functioned, and never will, below the Masic level. Once the higher Masic plane is gained, there is for its conqueror no more delusion, whether he be out of the physical body, or in it. This Masic plane is that of the profoundly analytical mind which yet must reach the buddhic level ere it can comprehend the possibilities of all binding and all unifying love. Attaining this level, one gains the nirvana henceforth his own, whether for a season he fraterized with his fellow men, or whether on the superphysical plane he remained to labor for the world's good. That a certain master of the White Lodge has recently attained this level is known to his disciples. Having been associated with the races and subraces of the fourth planetary round, this Masic master has learned in succession to control the forces of the lower Masic, the higher Masic, and even the buddhic planes. Having unified all his powers through love, he will in the next decade, and in all future decades, exert an uplifting power on the entire human family, who in turn will raise the vibration of the world itself.